Hello. Thank you for joining us around the campfire. I am Adrian,
I'm Kaylin.
and welcome back to another episode of Make Me Believe.
Number 6.
Number 6. It's going along quite swimmingly, I might add.
Yeah, I'm having fun.
I too am having fun.
It's
This,
not fun during the week, though, when you're like, I've got a new story and I'm not going to tell you what it is.
yeah,
That's mean.
that's fun for me.
It's not fun for me.
It's really fun for me.
It's like, is it the equivalent of when I say, hey, I need you to guess what I did when you get home?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I hate that. Oh, so Kaylin will clean something in detail, or she'll arrange something, and then as soon as I get home, she goes, "Hey, guess what I did today?" And I'm like, "What?" And then she's like, "No, you got to find out."
Yeah. And
Kills me.
it's fun.
Kills me.
I enjoy it a lot, though, because most of the time you figure it out pretty quickly.
I try to.
Yeah. So we should explain what this is. And it's
Yes.
basically Adrian over here
Uh-huh.
telling me scary stories to
Mhm.
try to convince me that the supernatural is real. Ghosts and goblins and the boogeyman hiding under the bed.
Yes.
So far, not successful.
Not
Dun, dun,
successful.
dun.
That's upsetting.
I don't know. You just gotta keep trying.
Just got to keep trying. Okay.
Maybe 6 times the charm.
All right.
How
Let me
many
see.
how many stories do you have for me today?
I have 3 stories today.
3. Ooh, are they
3 stories.
longies?
One is a longie, one semi-short, one medium.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were saying that you had one that you were really, really, really excited about telling
Yes.
me. Is that this one?
It will be. I'm gonna put it towards the middle again.
Okay, but it's in this
It is in this one.
episode. Okay.
Yes,
'Cause
it is in this episode.
We try to record a couple episodes at a time if possible. So I don't know if you're going to make me wait for the next one.
Yeah, it's mostly whenever the kids aren't here. It's easier for us to kind of talk because
Yeah.
whenever we're the our dog. Um, the studio is. I call it the studio. It's the office.
Campfire bedroom office.
That's where we record, is right next to our youngest son Noah's room, and so it's I don't know, it's a subconscious thing where you just kind of want to whisper a little bit, just in
Well, because
respect for somebody trying to sleep.
if we try to do this when he's awake, the chances of him and his brother getting into a fight
Mhm.
at night are much higher than if we say, okay, hey, you go to bed, you go read or do whatever.
Yeah, and
So, then you'll hear one of them walking down the hallway screaming at the other one, and it's just not worth it. So
yeah, so we typically try to record 2 episodes whenever they're gone, because there's usually a nice little gap.
Yeah.
And then we have a whole week to edit one of the episodes, and then we have 2 weeks to edit the second episode.
Yeah.
Which usually always falls on the wire, down to the
yeah,
wire.
like literally, he was editing episode 5 until like 8 o'clock on Sunday night, and he released it at basically midnight.
Yeah. And then anybody that listened to the first time, like the original release of that episode, there was a few of them, and I was very excited about that.
Yay! Hooray for Earth!
But it
Excuse me. Hooray for Earth!
no, Gur. Earth is our enemy.
I understand.
There we go. Um,
It's like an OCD thing. I have to have it.
yeah, she's a little weird. I got her into Invader Zim. Well, just not.
No,
No,
just
I didn't
that-
even. Yeah, just that quote.
Yep.
It's
just
so
that quote.
funny. There's so many quotes I throw at her every day.
But anyway, you were saying the first release of the episode today.
Yes. So
Today being September 1st.
yes. Again, I apologize for anybody that listened originally. There was a 3-minute long break.
3 minutes?
Yeah. I thought it was a minute, but I was just quickly clicking around, and then I heard it. I was like, "Oh man, I forgot to move an audio clip over." And so yeah, it was 3 minutes. And anybody that listened, and it kind of deterred them. My apologies.
Yeah, we got it. He's been doing some stuff where he's messing with the sound effects and trying to add in the intro and create kind of an ambiance, if you will,
Yeah.
during the stories, just to kind of keep things from being dull.
That's
Instead
right.
of just hearing us, you get to have the effect of being around a campfire. So he's he's messing with that. So let us know what you think of the intro. And then we're trying to find a sound effect of putting out a fire. So
Strangely hard to come by.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I
So
just use one tool. I haven't
I've
searched
looked at
deep
some
into it.
others and it's very hard to find.
Okay.
So I know that you can find, like, the way they describe it in books is a hissing as the fire went out. So maybe we could find something like that.
I don't know.
So I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
record bacon sizzling, and hopefully that sounds like it. No,
Then
whenever you throw.
everybody's going to want to eat bacon after the show.
There you go. You're welcome.
You're welcome, guys.
Yeah,
You needed that in your life.
you did. There's never enough bacon.
I didn't even. My parents made bacon this morning. I drove to my parents' house because I didn't have to work, and my parents made biscuits and gravy, which is amazing because we're from the South, and so we know how to do it right. But my mom made bacon, and we had biscuits and bacon and gravy, and I did not eat any bacon.
What?
I know.
What is the matter with you?
I would love to know that.
I'm more of the sausage lover. That sounded
I
weird.
can't. I can't. I don't really care for sausage, other than in my biscuits and gravy. If you put it in the gravy. Sorry, you said bacon and you got me on a food kick. So.
My bad.
Yep. Okay, so you have 3 stories for me.
Yes. So I have 3 stories.
Okay.
The first one I'm going to tell is based in Tokyo.
Ooh.
Or, sorry, not Tokyo. Based in Japan.
Japan. Okay, I mean, no, still. Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, there you go. Based in Japan.
Lay
The
down.
second story, also based in Japan.
Ooh.
And then the third story, I found it to be a really creepy story. I don't know where it's based. It's based in some dude's apartment. Very scary.
Did you ever message that guy about the Hatman story?
I did not.
Oh my
I asked no
gosh.
questions. I sent him the link. Sorry, I will get to it. I promise.
Well, if he listens to it and he's like, well, I'm going to, whatever questions, maybe he'll send a message.
Fingers crossed.
With information.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
I have questions.
Yeah, it's been like 3 weeks. My bad. I'll get to it.
Naughty, naughty.
I know. Gotta love it. All right. Are you ready for the first story?
Bring it on. Let's go.
Okay. So this first story comes from Bunny Koi. She has one story, and I enjoyed it. So it is a little bit of a short story. It is titled. Okay, the story is called "I Shouldn't Have Taken the Last Train in Kyoto." I moved to Kyoto last year for work, teaching English at a private cram school. I love Japan, but I've always been a bit of an introvert, so I usually avoid crowded bars or touristy night spots. But last Friday, one of my coworkers convinced me to join him for drinks in Gion. 1 beer became 2, and before I knew it, the streets were empty and I was sprinting to catch the last train home. I made it just in time. The carriage was mostly empty except for an elderly man in a suit slumped near the door, and a teenage girl in a school uniform staring out the window. I chose a seat near the middle of the car and pulled out my phone, trying to ignore the low hum of the fluorescent lights. About 10 minutes in, I noticed the girl. She hadn't moved at all, hadn't shifted her weight, hadn't blinked. Her head was cocked slightly, as if listening. Then I heard it too. A faint scratching sound. It wasn't coming from inside the train. It was coming from outside, just beyond the window, like long nails dragging across the metal. I told myself it was probably a tree branch or debris, but as the train sped through the countryside, I caught a flicker of movement in the glass. Something was keeping pace with us. At first, I thought it was the trick of a light, some weird reflection, but no. There was someone, running alongside the train. Its form was distorted, too tall and too thin, with limbs that seemed to bend the wrong way. It moved in a jolting, erratic way, almost like it was hopping on all fours. The girl still didn't react. Neither did the old man. I pressed my face closer to the window. That's when it turned its head. I swear to God, it had no face.
Ugh.
Just smooth, pale skin stretching where eyes and nose and mouth should have been. Then it raised its claw and tapped on the glass.
No, it did not.
Tap, tap, tap. My breathing fogged the window. I wanted to scream, but my voice caught in my throat. I looked to the girl for help, but she finally turned her head towards me. Her face. She didn't have one either.
Oh, shit.
Just smooth, featureless skin. I jumped up, ready to bolt into the next car, when the old man spoke for the first time. Sit down. His voice was calm, almost kind. Don't let it know you see it. I froze.
What?
The scratching grew louder, the metal screeching under the claws. Then it stopped. The carriage was silent again, except for my ragged breath. The train slowed as we approached my station. The doors slid open with a hiss. I didn't wait. I ran, sprinted off the platform and into the street, heart pounding so hard it hurt. When I finally looked back, the train was still there, doors open. The girl was standing in the doorway now, staring straight at me with a smooth, blank face. The door closed, the train pulled away, and I haven't taken the train since. I've been riding my bike to work, even in the rain. But last night, I woke up at 3 a.m. to the sound of fingernails scratching against my apartment window.
No.
I live on the 5th floor. The end.
No, that's not the end.
That's the end.
Somebody needs to talk to this woman and make sure she's still alive. Absolutely not. No.
Yeah, so found that story absolutely hooked. I'm hoping that there's a part 2.
Call her. Message her. We need to make sure she's alive.
This I believe
crazy shit.
A telling, a short story, but that was a good one.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't like it. There's no proper ending. How you gonna do me like that? Nothing.
I love those kind of endings though. I love them.
No.
I think they are so good for people.
You need to tie everything up into a nice little bow. Whether it goes
that's too easy
the way
though.
It doesn't have to go the way you want it. It doesn't have to be a nice bow.
You leave it up to the reader or the viewer.
No.
Or the person enjoying the entertainment.
Brainwashed. Absolutely not. I need to know what happened to the girl.
Oh.
5th floor?
5th floor. Tapping.
No.
Tap, tap, tap.
This is some messed up shit. Absolutely not.
It was a lot.
No.
It's creepy.
No.
You weren't expecting the girl, were you?
Nope, I was not. No, I was not. No, I was not. I was expecting the old man to do something creepy, but I was not expecting him to be like the one saying, sit down, be quiet, don't move. I wasn't expecting that.
I was expecting the opposite. I was expecting the girl. And I was expecting the guy to be helpful. Don't know why.
See, an old man,
it just went to me.
I mean, you got movies like Kill Bill where you've got Go-Go that's in her little schoolgirl uniform and she's a psycho killer.
Yeah.
But then you've got those ones where
great movie.
I love that movie so much.
I love the Kill Bill franchise. The 2 movies, but still.
Mm-hmm.
Still
but
franchise.
You've got anytime you see an old man on a train in a suit and he's alone and his head is down, dude's like a vampire or something. Like, I mean, not a good guy.
Yeah, so the 2 thoughts in my head was the immediate girl's bad. The old man, he's going to be helpful. And then, because I thought it was really weird that she was in her school outfit, her school uniform.
That was a little strange, that late at night.
That late at night.
I will agree with that. I did think that was rather strange. I was curious about that.
So I thought, he was going to be helpful. She was going to be scary. And then my second thought was like, no, what if they're both evil?
I did think that at one point.
Yeah, I was like, what if they're both evil and then they're both have malicious intent? Like they're both spirits or something.
I'm just, if this were true, which it's not, but if this were true.
Okay.
And you're on a train and you've seen this very creepy creature running alongside it, keeping up with you, and then this no-faced girl on the train, what do you do? Because you're trapped. She's on the train. She has no face. That's creepy. Then the old guy says, don't let it know you've seen it. Does that include the creepy girl? And then if so, how are you going to get off the train? Because that creature is out there.
Yeah, I was a little afraid of that one. I thought it was either the doors would open and then she was standing right there and then all 3 of them were going to attack.
Yeah, I did kind of think that they were going to chase her a little bit.
Yeah, it was either they're going to kill her on the train and then she's the new faceless on the train.
It's like one of those you have to find a replacement type things.
Or just join us.
Oh, like the little boy last time?
Yeah, yeah, the
I
black
didn't
eye
like that.
child.
Or the little girl. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Creepy.
No, not a fan.
Not a fan?
No. It does remind me though, there's this girl that I see. I see it on Facebook because I don't have a TikTok, but she's a little red-haired girl. She lives in Japan and she teaches English.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she lives there with her boyfriend. And she makes videos and she talks about all these different places that she goes to and the different fun things that are different in Japan than they are here in the US. And
Yeah,
I just
I
recently
like those
watched,
videos.
I know, it's so cool. I just watched a video where her and her boyfriend went to, I think it's her boyfriend, so I'm going to say that until I know otherwise.
Sure.
They went to the countryside
Mm-hmm.
and you're on a train to go to the countryside.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, yeah, there's a lot of abandoned buildings here. And I'm like,
Yes.
oh, no,
I found
let's
that
go
out
home.
I found that out like a year ago that there's a lot of abandoned buildings. You can get an abandoned house there
Oh,
for
yeah.
really cheap. The thing that sucks about it though is the renovations. If you try to fix it up, then it's going to cost you an arm and a leg
Hmm.
for like all the disposal and
Yeah.
yeah, all the um, construction debris.
Yeah, I'm good. Because it was like, she was like, it feels really haunted here. Because it's like full on empty.
Yeah,
And I'm like, nah, I'm good.
you're good.
100% good.
Yes, I do want to go to Japan.
Yeah, not happening now. Not with these stories.
Oh man,
I was totally down to go to Japan Disney.
Japan Disney.
Yeah, I was fine with that.
Okay.
Because they have, is that the one that's got Beauty and the Beast?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, see, this is where I struggle because we know
Watch
how
it be the most haunted place in
I know
Japan.
I can't do it. I can't. So you're gonna keep me in Japan, and the second story's in Japan.
Second story's in Japan.
Is this the
Or do you want to
longi?
break? Or do you want to
No,
break and
no,
make the
let's just
last
get
one?
Japan over with.
Okay.
Was this the longi?
This
Or
is the longi.
okay, would you rather do the longi last
Mm,
to build up and do the medium one where we're in some random dude's apartment?
yes. Okay. Let's do that. I feel comfortable with that one.
Okay, we're gonna go to some random dude's apartment.
Yes.
And what is he being haunted by? So wait, what would you consider that creature? Like, how would you describe that creature? Would that
See,
be a?
there's so many Japanese folklore
Oh yeah.
paranormal things. I don't know what to call it. But there's so many out there that it's difficult to figure out what the hell it is.
Well, I mean, how would you personally classify it based off the things that we've talked about?
Hmm. I don't know. Maybe like a haunted house, but train, like a haunted train situation.
There was an actual creature, though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
would you consider that
Ooh,
a
Demigorgon.
cryptid? Oh, I can't wait until December when that rest of that season comes out.
Yeah.
Or when that season comes out, rather.
Oh yeah.
Oh
I'm
my
so sorry.
gosh.
What?
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't watched it already, season 2, first part of Wednesday is out on Netflix.
Oh,
You
the
need to
second
watch
part's
it.
coming out tomorrow.
The
Or
second part is coming out
Wednesday.
on Wednesday, September 3rd.
Which by the time this episode airs, it will have already
It'll
been
already
out.
be out, so y'all need to be on point, okay?
Okay.
All right. See, this is so interesting. I love all of the creepy and spoopy and all that, all the things like that. I love that because it's fun.
Mhm.
I don't believe in any of it.
Okay.
I don't believe in any of it.
Okay. I don't know if these next two will help you believe. I doubt it, but still scary and spoopy.
Okay,
Are you ready?
bring it on.
So this next story is from Reddit user Hiding Right Here. He has a bunch of scary stories, and they're really good. Definitely creep me out, a couple of them, and so I'm gonna tell a few of them. And yes, I did get his permission. All right, are you ready?
Bring it on.
Okay. This story is titled "Don't Go Outside."
Already not loving this.
Attention citizens, under no circumstances should you look outside. Do not respond to voices, no matter how familiar they sound. Entities may mimic loved ones with increasing accuracy. They are not who they appear to be. Remain indoors. Secure all points of entry. Do not open your doors. Do not investigate noises. Do not attempt to help. Your survival depends on isolation. This transmission will repeat until authorized personnel regain control. Assistance is coming. Do not lose faith. Do not lose silence. Remain calm. Remain inside. Remain unseen. I woke up to this message. Confused, angry, even irritated. Now I stand awake, looking down at the hallway to my entryway. A simple door, locked from top to bottom, with a large frosted glass pane to the right. Since the message, a humanoid shadow has taken the frosted pane as a new home, staring inward into my apartment at all hours of the day. I felt my phone vibrate. A message from my mother. I love you, honey. Come outside. There's something cool you need to see.
Yep.
Another message. A message from my sister? Come on, you're really going to leave Mom waiting? At least peek through the curtains so you can see how amazing it is out here.
Do it.
Another message from my girlfriend.
No.
We're all outside. Just open the door. My phone continued to buzz. Messages from my father, from my teacher, from my exes, even my landlord. Messages flew by, all asking me to look outside.
No.
Asking for me to open the door.
No.
Demanding a response to them. My hands shook. Did this thing manage to get them? I peered back to the frosted pane, shocked to see the black silhouette had raised its arm, reaching for something next to my door. I moved to the left to see if its head moved as well. Keeping its eyes on me. Ding dong. The doorbell broke the silence of the house, sending a shiver down my spine. So this thing did exist. And on top of that, it rang my doorbell? If it could interact with the world, why didn't it break the glass? Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. The doorbell rang out. My fear quickly turned to annoyance. What the hell is this thing's problem? Is it going to annoy me out of my house? Fuck off. I'm not going to let you in. I screamed at it in frustration, and to my surprise, it lowered its hand from the doorbell, resting it against the frosted glass. Tick, tick, tick. It was tapping on the pane with its fingernail, almost hypnotic to listen to, if it wasn't so terrifying. I felt my floor shake. My downstairs neighbor just opened the door. The ticking noise faded into the background as I heard my neighbor scream in pain. Get it off me! Someone help! It's trying to crawl into my mouth!
Ew!
I heard him continue to scream from beneath me. The screams were replaced with gurgling, then choking, then a hysterical laughing.
Ugh.
I felt my legs start to tremble from the knees. What the fuck was that? I looked back to the entity in the glass pane, still tapping at the glass, as if nothing had happened. I started to hear it giggle, mimicking the voice of my downstairs neighbor.
Oh no.
Come outside. It hurts at first, but it feels so good when we're done. I stood in shock, frozen for what felt like minutes. My phone began to buzz again, snapping me out of it. A message from my mother. A link to something.
No, don't open it.
You need to see this. It's hacking our phones. Show this ASAP to the creatures outside of your door to make it go away. I watched an image pop up, my phone struggling to load it. I waited patiently, only to have my screen bathed in red text scrolling across the screen as a new national alert was sent out. Visual anomalies of the inside have been discovered circulating online. Do not attempt to view these images. Do not share them. Do not describe them. Exposure leads to fixation. Fixation leads to disappearances. For your safety and the safety of all within, screen all media with caution. If you believe you have viewed one of these images, do not approach the windows. Do not trust your thoughts. Do not look outside. Remain calm. Remain inside. Further instructions will follow as contaminant efforts continue. I quickly exited my messenger before the image could load. Thankfully, I was fast enough. Though soon every person in my contacts list was demanding I view the image my mom had sent me, telling me how important it was, how it was keeping them safe. The entity, mimicking my neighbor, continued to laugh, telling me to check what my mom had sent me. My neighbor checked what his wife sent him, and he saw something so wonderful he let the outside inside. I have so much food in my home, but even I let it inside of me. Don't hold out too long. We would like to enter you in health rather than in death. It returned to its laugh. The laughing began to morph, turning into my mother's, then my sister's, then my father's, then back to my neighbor's. I darted to my room, slamming the door behind me, clutching my chest to slow my breathing. I'm trapped here, and it may have taken down my family, my friends, everyone. What do I do? The end.
Well, you don't go outside, that's for damn sure. I don't like that either.
That one was good. That one, all three of these stories are just fantastic. I loved them.
No.
Yes.
No.
No?
So he never gets to know what it is.
No. We do not know what it is. And that's creepy. That's creepier.
So you want people to believe in these creatures, in the supernatural, but you can't show them or tell them what it is.
Yeah,
It's not really, I guess that's the same as people believing in Santa Claus. You never really see him.
is Santa a cryptid?
Santa's not real.
Santa's a cryptid.
I've never believed in Santa.
That's fantastic. Santa's a cryptid. Makes sense.
Easter Bunny.
Cryptid.
Never believed in the Easter Bunny, never believed in the Tooth Fairy, none of that.
You're just a whole ball of fun,
I know, aren't I?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because that's probably why I don't believe in the supernatural, is because I don't believe in any of this other crap either.
Mm.
No, I love the idea of Santa Claus,
Yeah.
but he's not real. And how do you want, if you want somebody to believe in these things, how are you going to tell them about something that they can't see?
Uh-huh.
That you can't touch it?
I'll switch next week to first-hand encounters.
Okay.
But this one,
Because these are too easy to write off. These are too easy to go. These people.
I think at this point I'm more about the spooks. Like it's more about scaring you, and
You're accomplishing that really well. Really well, buddy. Really freaking well.
So it's more about scaring you at this point. But I
Into
will
believing.
say that not only is it about scaring you, but it's to let you know that hey, there's a lot of stuff out there. And yes, we have all these stories about these cryptids that we've seen, these paranormal creatures that people have firsthand experience of, and then there's stuff out there that we don't know, and that's kind of what most of this episode's about. It's
Okay.
just the stuff that we don't know, and that's even scarier because there's ghosts and cryptids and all that, demons, whatever. But it's the enemy that you don't know.
Okay. I can dig it.
Okay.
All right. So now we've got this. Now we're going back over to
Japan.
Japan. Are we in Tokyo? Are we in Kyoto? Are we going
Just
to the
says Japan.
other place that I can't remember how to pronounce?
There's a lot of places out there that you can't pronounce.
Excuse me, I can pronounce things better than you.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, this is definitely proving apparent. All right, you ready for the next story?
Oh my gosh. This is the long one?
This is the long one, yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay.
Bring it on. Let's go.
All right, so this story you have heard before,
Okay.
and it is a very well-known tale.
Okay.
This story,
This is one you were excited about.
this is one I was super excited about
Okay.
telling you.
Okay.
The title of the story is 8 Feet Tall.
Oh, dear heavens.
Ready?
No. No.
8 Feet Tall, or Hachisaku-sama, is a Japanese urban legend about a tall woman who abducts children. She is 8 feet tall, wears a long white dress, and makes a sound like po, po, po. My grandparents lived in Japan. Every summer, my parents would take me there on holiday to visit them. They lived in a small village, had a big backyard, and I loved to play there during the summer. When we arrived, my grandparents always welcomed me with open arms. I was their only grandchild, so they spoiled me. The last time I saw them was the summer when I turned 8 years old. As usual, my parents booked a flight to Japan, and we drove from the airport to my grandparents' house. They were delighted to see me and had a lot of little presents to give me. My parents wanted to have some time by themselves, so after a few days, they took a trip to another part of Japan, leaving me in the care of my grandma and grandpa. One day, I was playing out in the backyard. My grandparents were inside the house. It was a hot summer's day, and I laid down on the grass to rest. I stared up at the clouds and enjoyed the feeling of the soft rays of the sun and the gentle breeze. Just as I was about to get up, I heard a strange sound. Po, po, po. I didn't know what it was, and it was hard to figure out where it was coming from. It almost sounded like somebody was making the noise themselves, as if they were just saying, "Poke, poke, poke," over and over and over again in a deep masculine voice. I was looking around, searching for the source of the noise, when I suddenly noticed something on top of the tall hedges that enclosed the backyard. It was a straw hat. It wasn't resting on the hedge, it was behind it. That's where the sound was coming from. Poke, poke, poke. Then the hat began to move, as if someone was wearing it. The hat stopped at a small gap in the hedge, and I could see a face peering through. It was a woman, but the hedges were high, almost 8 feet tall. I was surprised at how tall the woman was. I wondered if she was wearing stilts or some sort of huge high-heeled shoes.
Super tall shoes.
Then, a split second later, she walked off, and the strange noise disappeared with her, fading into the distance. Bewildered, I got up and wandered back into the house. My grandparents were in the kitchen drinking tea. I sat down at the table, and after a while, I told my grandparents what I had seen. They weren't really paying attention to me until I mentioned that distinct sound. Poke, poke, poke. As soon as I said that, both of them suddenly froze. Grandma's eyes grew wide, and she covered her mouth with her hand. Grandpa's face became very serious, and he grabbed me by the arm. "This is very important," he said in an intense voice. "You must tell us exactly. How tall was she?" "As tall as the garden hedge," I replied, beginning to get scared. My grandfather bombarded me with questions. "Where was she standing? When did this happen? What did you do? Did she see you?" I tried to answer all the questions as best as I could. He suddenly rushed out to the hallway and made a phone call. I couldn't hear what he was saying. I looked over at my grandma, and she was trembling. Grandpa came barging it back into the room and spoke to my grandmother. "I've got to go out for a while," he said. "You stay here with the child. Don't take your eyes off him for a second." "What's going on, Grandpa?" I cried, looking at him with the sad expression in his eyes, and said, "You've just been liked by the Hachisaku-sama." With that, he hurried out, got into his truck, and drove off. I turned to my grandma and cautiously asked, "Who's Hachisaku-sama?" "Don't worry," she replied, in a shaking voice. "Grandpa will do something. There's no need for you to worry." As we sat nervously in the kitchen, waiting for my grandfather to come back, she explained what was happening. She told me there was a dangerous thing that was haunting the area. They call it Hachisaku-sama because of its height. In Japanese, Hachisaku-sama means 8 feet tall. It takes on the appearance of an extremely tall woman, and it makes a sound like poke, 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 in a deep male voice. It appears slightly different, depending on who sees it. Some say it looks like a haggard old woman in a kimono. Others say it is a girl in a white funeral shroud. One thing that never changes is its height and the sound it makes. A long time ago, it was captured by monks, and they managed to confine it in a ruined building on the outskirts of the village. They trapped it using 4 small religious statues called Jizos that they placed in the north, south, east, and west of the ruins, and it wasn't supposed to be able to move from there. Somehow, it managed to escape. The last time it appeared was 15 years ago. My grandmother said that anyone who saw the 8-foot tall woman was destined to die within a few days. It all sounded so crazy, I wasn't sure what to believe. When Grandpa came back, there was an old woman with him. She introduced herself as Kei-san and handed me a small crumpled piece of parchment saying, "Here, take this and hold it." Then, she and Grandpa went upstairs to do something. I was left alone in the kitchen with my grandmother again. I needed to go to the toilet. Granny followed me to the bathroom and wouldn't let me shut the door. I was beginning to get really frightened by all of this. After a while, Grandpa and Kei-san took me upstairs and brought me into my bedroom. The windows were covered in newspaper and lots of ancient runes that had been written on them. There were small bowls of salt in all 4 corners of the room, and a small Buddha figure placed at the center of the room on top of a wooden box. There was also a bright blue bucket. "What's the bucket for?" I asked. "That's for your pee and poop," Grandpa replied. Kei-san sat me down on the bed and said, "Soon the sun will be setting, so listen carefully. You must stay in your room until tomorrow morning. You must not come out under any circumstances until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Your grandmother and your grandfather will not speak to you or call you until then. Remember, do not leave the room for any reason until then. I will let your parents know what's going on. She spoke in such a grave tone that all I could do was quietly nod my head. You have to follow Kei-san's instructions to the letter, Grandpa told me, and never let go of that parchment she gave you. And if anything happens, pray to Buddha, and make sure you lock the door when we leave. They walked into the hallway, and after saying goodbye to them, I closed the bedroom door and locked it. I turned on the TV and tried to watch, but I was so nervous. I felt sick to my stomach. My grandma had left me some snacks and some rice balls for me, but I couldn't eat them. I felt like I was in prison, and I was very depressed and scared. I laid down on the bed and waited. Before I knew it, I was asleep. When I woke up, it was just after 1 a.m. All of a sudden, I realized that something was tapping on the window.
Oh no.
Tap, 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 tap. I felt the blood drain from my face, and my heart skipped a beat. I desperately tried to calm myself down, telling myself it was just the wind playing tricks, or maybe the branch of a tree, turning up the volume on the TV to drown out the tapping noise. Eventually, it stopped altogether. That was when I heard Grandpa calling me. "Are you okay in there?" he asked. "If you're scared, you don't have to stay in there all alone. I can come in and keep you company."
No.
I smiled and rushed over to open the door, but then I stopped in my tracks. I had goosebumps all over my body. It sounded like Grandpa's voice, but somehow it was just different. I couldn't tell what it was, but I just knew. "What are you doing?" Grandpa asked. "You can open the door now." I glanced to my left,
No.
and a chill went down my spine. The salt in the bowl was slowly turning black. I backed away from the door. My whole body was trembling with fear. I fell to my knees in front of the Buddha statue and clutched the piece of parchment tightly in my hands. I started desperately praying for help. "Please save me from Hachisaku-sama," I wailed. And then I heard the voice outside the door saying, "Po, po, po." Tapping on the window started up again. I was overcome by fear, and I crouched there in front of the statue, half crying and half praying for the rest of the night. I felt like it would never end. But eventually, it was morning. The salt in all 4 bowls was pitch black. I checked my watch. It was 7:30 a.m. I cautiously opened the door. Grandma and Kei-san were standing there waiting for me. When she saw my face, Grandma burst into tears. "I'm so glad you're still alive," she said. I went downstairs and was surprised to see my father and my mother sitting in the kitchen. Grandpa came in and said, "Hurry up, we've got to get going." We went to the front door, and there was a large black van waiting in the driveway. Several men from the village were standing around it, pointing at me and whispering, "That's the boy." The van was a 9-seater, and they put me in the middle, surrounded by 8 men. Kei-san was in the driver's seat. The man on my left looked down at me and says, "You got yourself in quite a spot of trouble. I know you're probably worried. Just keep your head down and your eyes shut. We can't see it, but you can. Don't open your eyes until we've got you safely out of the here." Grandpa drove in front, and my dad's car was following behind. When everyone was ready, our little convoy started moving. We were going fairly slow, around 20 kilometers an hour, or maybe less. After a while, Kei-san said, "This is where it gets hard," and started muttering a prayer under her breath. That was when I heard the voice. Po, 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 po.
No.
I clutched the parchment Kei-san had given me tightly in my hand. I kept my head down, but I peeked outside. I saw a white dress fluttering in the breeze.
No.
It was moving alongside the van. It was Hachisaku-sama. She was outside the window, but she was keeping pace with us. Then suddenly she bent down and peered into the van.
No.
"No!" I grasped my eyes. The man behind me shouted, "Close your eyes!" I immediately shut my eyes as hard as I could and tightened my grip on the parchment. Then the tapping began. Tap, 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 tap. Then the voice became louder. Po, 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 po. There was a tapping on the window all around us. All the men in the van were startled and on edge, muttering nervously to themselves. They couldn't see the 8 feet tall, and they couldn't hear her voice, but they could hear her tapping on the windows. Kei-san started praying louder and louder until she was almost shouting. The tension inside the van was unbearable. After a while, the tapping stopped, and the voice disappeared. Kei-san looked back at us, and she said, "I think we're safe now." All of the men around me breathed a sigh of relief. The van pulled over to the side of the road, and the man got out. They transferred me into my dad's car. My mother held me close, with tears were running down her cheek. Grandpa and my father bowed to the men, and they went on their way. Kei-san came to the window and asked me to show her the piece of parchment. she had given me. When I opened my hand, I saw that it had gone completely black. I think you'll be okay now, she said. Just to be sure, hold on to this for a while. She handed me a new piece of parchment. After that, we drove straight to the airport, and Grandpa saw us safely on the plane. When we took off, my parents breathed a sigh of relief. My father told me he had heard about the 8 feet tall before, years ago. His friend had been liked by her. The boy disappeared and was never seen again. My father said there were other people who had been liked by her and lived to tell about it. They all had to leave Japan and settle down in foreign countries. They were never able to go back to their homeland. She always chose children as her victims. They say it's because children are dependent on their parents and family members. This makes them easier to deceive. When she poses as their relatives, she said the men in the van were all blood relatives of mine, and that's why they had been sitting all around me, while my father and grandfather had been driving in the front and in the back. It was all done to try to confuse Hachisaku-sama. It took a while to contact everyone and get them all together, so that's why I had to be confined to that room all night. She told me that one of the little Jinzo statues, the one that were meant to keep her trapped, had been broken, and that's how she escaped. It gave me the chills. I was glad we were finally back home. All of this happened more than 10 years ago. I haven't seen my grandparents since then. I haven't been able to so much as set foot in the country. Afterwards, I would call them every few weeks and talk to them on the phone. Over the years, I tried to convince myself that it was just an urban legend, that everything that happened was just some elaborate prank, but sometimes I'm not so sure. My grandfather died 2 years ago. When he was sick, he wouldn't allow me to visit him, and he left strict instructions in his will that I was not to attend his funeral. It was all very sad. My grandmother called a few days ago. She said that she had been diagnosed with cancer. She missed me terribly and wanted to see me one last time before she died. Are you sure, Grandma? I asked. Is it safe? It's been 10 years, she said.
No.
All that happened a long time ago. It's all forgotten.
No.
You're all grown up now. I'm sure there won't be a problem. But what about Hachisaku-sama? I said. For a moment, there was a silence on the other end of the phone. Then I heard a deep, masculine voice saying, "Pope, Pope, Pope." Okay, that was it.
I don't like how we don't know the ending to the story.
Yeah, this is so that's kind of the theme I went with.
That's rude.
Open-ended
That's
stories.
so rude.
Yeah, but it makes you think.
No, it makes me think that's rude. I need to know how it ends.
So,
the boy didn't go back. He better not have gone back.
He better not have gone back. After hearing the Pope, Pope, Pope at the end?
Yeah, no, that's just rude.
Yeah. No, 10 years is not long enough, apparently.
Apparently not. It's interesting, though, that he talked to his grandparents on the phone for 10 years.
Yeah.
You know, he talked to them on the phone for 10 years and never had any sort of inkling that well, I guess the grandparents never had any sort of inkling or gave any indication that she was still there.
So, well, remember, they couldn't see her. Nobody but him saw her.
Yeah, but only, it was 2 years after the grandpa died.
Yeah.
And he didn't come back for the funeral.
Mm-mm.
So did she kill the grandpa to try to get him back? And then when he didn't show up,
yeah, that's
like going after the grandma?
That's one thing that I thought about. Like, okay, well, did she kill the grandpa? I mean, it could be old age. And that just what killed him, poor health or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I thought, well, what if she killed the grandma? And then that's why
took over her body.
Yeah, and then just impersonated her.
That's rude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you were stupid then because you revealed your hand by getting that deep masculine voice and...
Sure, just call a spirit stupid. That's fine. Yeah, that's not going to leave some evil repercussions.
She lives in Japan. I'm fine. So I can never go to Japan.
All right.
But she goes after kids. I'm not a kid.
No, you're not a kid.
For sure not. I wasn't a kid when I was a kid.
Whatever. Freaking robot.
I'm not a robot.
Uh-huh.
No, I don't like that. I don't like any of those. Those do not have any sort of solidified ending. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's what I went for today.
And then this poor kid, 8 years old.
Yeah. Another kid story.
Yeah, you're mean.
I try
I
not to
thought you
be.
liked children.
I do. I do.
You sure? Because you keep getting a lot of stories about kids about to die.
Yeah, it's a love-hate thing.
Dear heavens. That is... Ooh.
I saw that story,
Mm-mm.
and I was like, oh, yes. I gotta tell it. I have to tell it.
I don't remember it being that frightening, to be honest with you. That was...
I feel like that's a really good screenplay, too.
Yeah, you could have a really good movie with that.
You'd
You
have
really
a great
could.
movie with that. Now, let's talk about Japanese horror films. Oh, my goodness.
Let's talk about... We know I don't watch horror films.
Yeah, but Japanese horror films are just, they are so inherently creepy. And they build tension like nobody else. It's all about the tension on for all of them.
No, thank you.
Because it has you on the edge of your seat, or
No.
maybe in the back of your seat, just trying to get away from it.
No.
It's so creepy.
I get away from it by not turning it on.
Fair enough.
I'm just gonna put on an old western and
I
go from
got you
there.
to watch a couple of horror movies with me.
What horror movies have I willingly watched?
You watched Friday the 13th.
I did watch that. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, didn't like it. Which one is that? No, I didn't watch Friday the 13th.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one with Freddy Krueger?
No.
Which one's the one with Freddy Krueger?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, okay.
How are we married?
Wait, which one's the Friday the 13th? Oh, wait, is that the one where they're at the
Jason.
camp?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So then Halloween is the one with Screaming Jamie Lee.
Yes.
Okay,
Jamie
I've
Lee
seen that
Curtis.
one too. That movie pissed me off too.
Oh my goodness, that was. Oh yeah. Jamie Lee, whenever she was young.
She's still pretty hot. I don't know what you're talking about.
No. I was saying she was stupid, like in
Oh,
in
yeah.
that movie.
Oh, very
but that was,
stupid.
That was like 70s vibe. That was definitely 70s culture.
That
But-
was so no.
Oh yeah, it's, Screaming Jamie Lee. Oh,
Double tap to
still
the
a
head.
dime piece. Love it.
You don't drop your weapon, people.
I'm gonna edit the next 10 minutes out, but I'm gonna talk strictly about Screaming Jamie Lee.
No, we're not.
No.
No, we're not. We're gonna spend the next 10 minutes talking about Screaming Jamie Lee.
All right.
No.
Whatever.
So I've watched those two horror movies. Have
Mhm.
I watched any others?
Mm,
I don't think so.
I really don't know.
I have seen quite a bit of I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Okay, there you go. Well, oh my goodness, I'm forgetting. Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Jennifer Love Hewitt. I was
Sarah-
thinking Jessica Love Hewitt.
No.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
No.
No, that's who I was
Sarah-
thinking of.
Oh yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar is.
yeah, Sarah
isn't that-
Michelle Gellar. But I was thinking.
Oh, okay. That's who you were thinking was Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The name was escaping me so hard.
Yeah, and then I've seen Scream.
Okay. Yeah. We saw Scream together.
Oh, I saw Scream way before you.
Yeah, but still.
So I've seen a lot of the Screams.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm okay with those because they're more of a thriller horror
Yeah,
than they are full on horror. Because I like thriller movies.
you do like thriller movies. I like it because it developed its own genre. That was one of the first movies that was. They call it meta. It's where it acknowledges what genre it is inside the movie.
Oh yeah.
And it was the first one to really do that. I actually started loving horror movies after one of the greatest spoof horror movies of all time, Scary Movie.
Oh gosh.
My favorite one is Scary Movie 2, and it's so funny.
I will never watch those.
And so
movies.
I started watching those movies, and then I was like, well, some of these jokes I get, but I guess I got to watch the movies, and so I started watching all of them. It was like the worst 6 months of my life because I was just scared all the time. Because it was whenever I lived on the ranch and there was nothing to do, so I was like, well, I already got haunted in the room next door. I'm just gonna be in my room.
Your dad the episode link for 5.
I have not. I told him that it has dropped. So there's
Listen,
something.
He's probably like my dad, and if it is, my mom has to send my dad the link if he wants to watch it because he doesn't have Spotify downloaded.
Ah, gotcha.
So I would sincerely doubt that your father has Spotify downloaded.
They have listened to the first episode. I know they did.
Yeah, but Denise probably helped him.
Yeah, Denise definitely helped him.
So
Because I love my dad, but he's not technically
he
inclined.
can't even use a washer. He has openly admitted that. I don't know how to use a washer. He asked me to do his laundry for him, like the third time I went to the ranch.
Yeah, that.
And he's
My
like, "That's
father.
fine. I'll just go to my mom's." And I'm like, "Okay, I could teach you how to do it." He goes, "No, I don't want to. I don't want to do it myself. I just want you to do it." I'm like, "I am not your mom."
Yeah,
And
it
then he
took me.
went, "You so stupid," and went outside and made ribs.
Yeah, you gotta love my family.
So I mean, and not to be mean to either one of our dads, but they're not tech savvy people. You want
No.
them to fix something? Both of our dads could build a house.
Mm-hmm. Which
And
my dad has.
yeah, they could run plumbing. They can run electrical.
He
They
was a
can.
plumber for I think like 15 years.
I mean, there's not anything that they physically cannot do.
Mm-hmm.
Technology, completely different ballgame.
Oh yeah, I remember my dad going to a pawn shop and getting this stereo system, and he had his I don't know 10-year-old son do it for him because he didn't know how to hook it up.
Yeah.
And then we had it in that living room, and we opened up the windows and we had the speakers pointing outside, and we were just listening to this AC/DC music. What was it? It was a DVD of like all of their music videos. And so
Okay.
yeah, I think it was called like AC/DC Family Jewels or something like that. I don't remember. But it was just it was just a compilation of all of their music
Nice.
videos. And so he put it on the DVD player, hooked it up, and then pointed all the speakers outside. Just jammed until like 3, 4 in the morning.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
See, and my dad, when he would get a new iPhone, he would hand it to one of my sisters
Mm-hmm.
and be like, "Here, make this work," and then give it back to me. Like, we were discussing today, it's been so long since he's changed service providers for his phone
Uh-huh.
that he didn't know that most phones now come with a SIM card that you can change out for services.
Yeah.
So, because he was like, well, he's like, I can't just go in there because both my sister and I are still on his phone plan because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
And so he was like, I can't just go do that because you two have that. I said, no, they've got SIM cards. He goes, for all of them? I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure. And so they have an old iPhone, an older one. It's not old, but so he said, check this one. And I looked at it and I was like, yeah, the SIM card's right here. And he was like, oh, okay, then now you see how long it's been. So
Right.
it's like,
for the next hour, we're just going to be talking shit about our dads.
no,
not being
just
able
saying,
to.
just saying that technology is not their friend. So
No, technology has never been my dad's friend.
And I told my mom, just get Dad's phone, download Spotify, put it on there, save just our podcast so that he doesn't have to look anywhere else.
It's the only app that's on his phone.
Oh no, he's got a lot of other apps on his phone for sure, but he's like, he doesn't. A lot of the time, it's the ones that come downloaded or whenever you get those updates
Oh yeah.
that automatically add them.
Yeah, solitaire.
Yeah. He goes to the computer. Well, my grandpa used to do that. He used to go to his computer to play solitaire or free cell.
Yeah. I think all of ours had. Okay.
I love those games.
Those are great games. They're very fun, very time consuming.
But anyway, so because I'm curious to hear what your dad's perspective is on that story from last week.
Yes, I'm also curious. I did tell him that I talked about it, and he goes, "Well, you should really have asked your sister about it, because it happened to her." I go, "Dad, who do you think I went to?"
You called her.
Yeah,
She provided information.
Yeah. He goes, "Oh, well, she remembered it all?" I was like, "Yes, it happened to her. It was traumatic."
She definitely remembered it, yeah.
Yeah, after I drug it out of her. I'm pretty sure it was a repressed memory.
Understandable.
Yeah, at that point, I mean, I completely understand. But I think...
Although the happy memory that we have to replace it yesterday was that she was laughing so hard she was crying.
Oh, yeah.
That was great.
What did we do?
When we went to go have dinner with them?
Yeah, why was she laughing so hard?
Because my Mimi used to call you Avery.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And your sister was literally crying, laughing so hard.
Yeah.
At that. So maybe that helped replace the memory of being traumatized
That's
as a
funny.
teenager. One can hope.
Well, yeah, fingers crossed.
We'll try.
Okay, well, it's getting to be about that time.
Well, hopefully next week you bring me some stories that are, ended properly, because this is not ended properly, and I don't appreciate this.
I will let you know.
No.
Ending properly in horror stories is going to either result in death
Okay.
or somebody getting away.
Okay.
All right.
At
Just
least
letting you
then
know.
I know.
Okay. All right. Then that's definitely the goal. Is
'Cause
death or somebody.
this is horrible. Not knowing what happens. The
Um,
poor girl,
mhm.
5 stories up. The dude,
Tap.
no, hiding out in his bedroom. I mean, is he ever going to be able to leave? What in the world's going to happen there?
Who knows?
And then this one, this poor little boy. Then he's 18.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not. Not okay.
Okay. So, hey, before we get out of here, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you believe?
No, I do not.
No.
Maybe
Okay.
next time.
Maybe next time. All right. There's still hope, and I am nothing but optimistic. I will get you.
True, 7th time's the charm. Maybe.
7 times the charm. Let's find out. All right. Well, you want to say bye to everybody?
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.